This collective is a group of individuals that has a bold personality. And I was getting this collective message that you are often publicly hated, but you are privately admired. Okay, this collective has a lot more people that feel the need to say negative things, feel the need to criticize out loud. But what you don't realize is the amount of supporters you have behind the scenes who are rooting you on. Okay, I'm really excited to deliver this message because I just feel like, again, this collective, you maybe your fellow content creators, maybe you do something that's a little bit, it ruffles some feathers, okay? Again, there's just this huge silent wave of support. And people may not comment, follow, like, be actively involved in what you do, but you have to know that there are people behind the scenes that are greatly impacted by what you do, what you say, what you post, who you are. And just because you have some loud haters doesn't mean that the silent supporters hold any less weight, okay? 102 as I pause, but let's get some messages for this collective, please, Spirit. Let's get some messages. Yeah, love this. 9 and 10 of Swords, both in the reversal with the Knight of Wands. And I keep hearing the Charlie XCX, I think I'm gonna die in this house. I just heard committed to the bit, committed to the role. You guys, it's like, you know what you are and what you stand for. And I really do feel like everybody deserves support out loud, okay? Everybody deserves recognition. Everybody deserves credit where credit is due. But there is such a lesson here about you learning to take that internal validation, you learning to still find that fuel for that fire without having people support you, okay? It's like you're still showing up for the cause and for yourself, even in times, and especially in times where things are difficult, or you don't feel like you should show up for yourself, or it's hard to get out of bed. You really have taken ownership of your life, confirmation, and really reclaimed it. Like, you're moving forward in such a way that you know what you want. And the Seven of Cups here, I love this interpretation of the Seven of Cups because it's often a card where we think a lot of illusions, and it can be fearful, and it can be anxiety ridden. But at the end of the day, choices can be good too. We can choose a path, we can choose correctly, and oftentimes, instead of just choosing the best of the worst, there are good things on the horizon, and you're really starting to realize that and moving forward. And I know that this is done a lot in the shadows, a lot done in the quiet, but you have to understand that you're doing the right thing. I think with this too, because you are so loud, because you are so vulnerable, because you are so open and expressive, it's like you're bound to naturally have some louder haters. And it's like the reason why some of your collective and some of your supporters are quiet is not because they don't want to be seen supporting you. It's not because they don't actually support you. But again, you represent a group of individuals that have had some shit happen to them, yet you still rose into your power. And so you may still have some collective of individuals that are inspired by you, who take action through you, who get motivated by your words, by your posts, again, whatever it is that you do. And again, they might not be publicly saying what's going on in their life. They may not have all of that confidence that you have, but they may be working towards it because they have you in their life in some way, shape, or form. And so again, the universe wants to remind you that it's so less about what is publicly said and known and felt and understood. Yes, again, I'm not saying that you don't deserve credit and you don't deserve compliments. You do deserve those things, but you have to understand that there is so much more behind the scenes than what you realize at this current time. The Nine of Pentacles. Whatever this is leading towards your growth. It's leading towards success. It's leading towards financial freedom. And with that too, you're going to be met with criticism. As you step into your Nine of Pentacles, people are naturally going to be jealous, going to be envious. And I feel like that's more of that outwardly hate. That's more of that outwardly projection that's going on. And Spirit's really saying you have to continue doing this because the seeds that you're planting are going to lead you to this energy if you're not already in it. A lot of this collective already is. I just heard it's kind of lonely at the top. It is. Ace of Pentacles in the reversal, the Magician, and the Fool. So Spirit wants you to remind yourself of where you're planting your seeds and what you're doing during this time too, because I just feel like sometimes you get a little bit nervous with the eyes that you have on you of, again, that negativity that does come in. I just want to pause it to make sure that it saves. And so from then, sometimes you start to take actions based on perception, based on validation, based on the opinions of others. And Spirit is again reminding you to ride your own horse, to create your own momentum 505. Because when you step into the unknown and you just trust in your own abilities and you just go with your gut and you have the intention set into the universe, you seem the star and the Queen of Wands, like you just seem to naturally fall into these amazing situations and opportunities with amazing people. And so you just have to continue to go. You have to continue to do what you're doing. Again, a lot of people are inspired by you. Whether you know it or not, you are showing up as the star and the magician. Like, people really do look for you for inspiration. They look to see what your life is doing. They're inspired by you. They love to hear your voice. They love to see your face. They love to hear your messages. Again, a lot of fellow content creation is what I'm kind of channeling with this one. But it doesn't matter if you have 1 follower, if you have 100K, or you have 100 million. Like, your voice is significant. Your voice, your message, your delivery. And so ignore the haters, block them out. Only successful people have haters. Let me remind you with that as well. And just know that you do have you have silent supporters. And I do feel like as they start to gain the confidence within themselves, it's going to be louder. Eventually, it's going to get to that point where there's going to be more love than there's hate. And those people who were rooting against you, you'll realize we're really just wanting you to not step into your highest power. Because once you step into that highest power, you're going to find those people. You're going to find that collective. You're going to find that group. And those people who were talking all that ish are going to quickly find that they don't have anything to say. So that is what I have for you. If you need me for a personal, a working, or you'd like to order any of my physical products, you can do so in the link in the bio. And the link in the bio only. Mwah.